Welcome back to X Level Gardening. Today we will be discussing how to go from this to this, an easy step-by-step guide to creating compost in 2 months.
Composting plays a crucial role in the garden and is an essential practice that yields numerous benefits. Composting allows us to transform organic waste, such as kitchen scraps and yard trimmings, into nutrient-rich humus. This dark, crumbly substance enhances soil structure, improves water retention, and provides vital nutrients for plant growth. By adding compost to our gardens, we create a fertile environment that supports healthy, flourishing plants and adds organic matter without the use of chemicals.
Without further ado, let's take your gardening to the X level. Step 1. Find a suitable location for your compost pile or bin. It should be in a well-drained area and easily accessible for turning and adding materials, ideally in the sun to help with the heating process. For this compost recipe, you only need 2 ingredients: grass cuttings and dried leaves. These ingredients are ideal as they are already cut up and half broken down, which will speed the process up. Step 2 is to add your layer of brown, which is the leaves. Try scrunching them up as you put them in to make them into smaller pieces. If you do not have access to dried leaves, I would suggest using torn up newspaper and layer it in the bin like this. As you can see, I've added my layer of brown materials. This helps create airflow and allows for better decomposition. Step 3. Add the layer of green, which is the grass clippings. The clippings I'm using are a bit old, hence the reason they are brown. Nevertheless, they still have a high amount of nitrogen, which speeds up the composting process. Step 4. From here, you would keep layering the green and brown layers in an even amount until you reach the top of your compost bin or the desired height. Once you've filled it to the top, you want to water it and make sure that it is nice and moist. Step 5 is to add water periodically to keep the pile moist, but not overly saturated.
Turn the pile to aerated and speed up decomposition. Use a garden fork, shovel, or any other tool to mix the materials thoroughly. Here's one of my other compost bins. You want to turn the material from the bottom all the way to the top. I would suggest doing these 2 activities every 3 days for best results, or at least every 2 weeks.
After 2 months, your compost should be dark and crumbly and smell earthy. It is now ready to be used as a soil amendment or added to your plants or garden. Remember, composting is a process that requires patience and consistency. Don't be discouraged if it takes longer than 2 months for your compost to fully mature, or if it is not fully crumbly yet. Keep adding materials and turning the pile regularly. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel for more gardening tips and tricks.